as long as the bill will go on until the end anyway. Thank you very much. So that's love and that's life. And actually, how do you feel? Thank you.
You said earlier at the previous moment that both this and that film are banned in Asia. I think we might have an idea why, but please talk a little bit about the standards and the morals over there and what is or is not allowed and why.
Okay, for Love Actually Sucks, we are asked to make 11 cuts in Hong Kong and 4 in Taiwan, which was incredible. But basically, the main issue was with the oral sex scene, because it was so true that they could not stand it. And also the incest, the brother and sister, which is very challenging, very confronting in the conservative Asian community, which I could understand that. Yeah. And we are still working on it. I don't know how.
But they were okay with heads being cut off.
Yes. Yes.
It can get much worse than that. I mean, we have a censorship system which don't think killing is the problem, but making love is. So I don't know why.
That here too.
Yeah. I think it's everywhere, which I don't really understand. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, they think 2 heads are better than 1. Well, what was the symbolism behind the heads? Was there something in particular you had in mind?
Okay. All the 6 stories in the film were based on real case. There were cases happening in the last maybe 3 to 5 years. The headless body case was true, and actually we managed to shoot the scene exactly where the spider guy hides, and he spent his last 19 days of his life. We actually did that exactly where he was. And the head, okay, he lost his head when he mysteriously took off all his clothes and jumped to his death. That was the reality, almost the same as the film. And so eventually the heads met. I think what I mean is there is some love which just wouldn't work in this life, but it might in the next. Yes. And
was this film made after amphetamine?
Yes, 1 year after amphetamine. After making 4 films in 4 years, and I'm exhausted. I
thought the production values were just extraordinary in this film,
and
even more so than in amphetamine.
Thank you. And the cost was, was higher than amphetamine. I cannot keep on doing this, actually.
So all of these things combined, the taboos and the laws and things that you've had to deal with. Okay, 2 questions. The first part, I mean, since these were based on actual events, did you have any of the family members or anybody from any of these cases come to you and say, what the hell are you doing? And the second part is, with this subject matter, how were you able to secure financing for something so, out there?
Okay. The first question about the family member of the real case, we only went to the court. We haven't gone to them.
Well, no, I didn't think you would go to the families,
yes.
But if word got out, I was wondering if any of the family members came to you.
That's a good question. Actually, I think even if I clear the censorship and I could have a public screening, I think one of the risks I'm facing is the rich woman case. Because he's so rich, he's very rich. In reality, the amount we were talking about was more than 20 million, was 120 million. So I hope she's not going to sue me. That's a big risk I'm facing. And the others, well, I can see some of them must not be very happy with with this becoming public. But actually, when I went to the cliff, the lonely island, the cliff, so actually, when I went actually to the spot location where the spider guy spent his last days, I had a feeling that he could still have been there, and he wanted me to have his story told. Because from the publicity itself, is one side, as you could imagine, someone murdered his girlfriend, he must be the bad guy. But I mean, when I try to imagine the sort of loneliness and desperation in his last days, I really felt sometimes love actually sucks. Thank you.
Hi. Which character do you think that you felt the most empathy towards, not just necessarily in a personal level, but also in a case of justice? And do you think that your film actually was able to bring justice to that kind of love?
I haven't tried to bring justice to them because I'm just trying to telling the story as close to reality as it is. Well, people may say that, okay, now you see the insects, they are sentenced, and the others are not. They were just like that in reality. I don't want to judge. I don't want to really, say who's right, who's wrong. But it's just like take the deadly triangle case. In my point of view, the three of them are not. None of them are bad person. Even the girl. Okay, she was with this guy, and then she met another guy, which is much more suitable to her. What's wrong with her? Going for that, but then you see two are dead and one is believing that. So yeah, sometimes that's how love can bring to us. Thank you.
You back? Yeah. I wanted to first say it was great to see both of your films today, and I'm really glad we had the opportunity to get to know your work. My question is about fate. You talked about it earlier with amphetamine, and all the characters in this film, a lot of them are doomed, and I'm curious why fate is such an important issue for you to depict in your films, and how do you feel it's portrayed in your life? And I also wanted to know if you're a swing dancer.
Okay. After I turned 30, I began to feel fate. When I was younger, I didn't give it a shit. I suppose there was all just some people just say it for some purpose. But then when I come across more and more things which I cannot really reason and explain, I think there must be something behind it. And I also came across a lot of coincidences which I could not explain in scientific or mathematical probability. So I begin to believe in what the elderly people have been telling us when we were younger, that there is a fate in each of us. Thank you.
With amphetamine, you said you wanted to make the audience feel kind of the drug effects and be thrown off by that. And with this, it was beautiful to look at, but hard to watch some of it. It made you very uncomfortable. Was that part of the intention, that you weren't completely comfortable with these relationships, even though they were beautiful?
Yes. or I would say I wouldn't mind to. I don't want to downplay it. If the reality was like that, I would just do it. Yeah. Obviously I could make it look smoother, and the situation is not that dreadful, etc. But that's not the purpose of the film. Yeah.
All these stories are about love. When did you find true love, and which story is about you?
Could you repeat the question again?
All these stories are about love.
Yes.
When did you find true love, and which one of these stories is about you?
I think I have been happy. I have found true love all through my life. I've been through several love. Apart from the obvious one, like my grandmother, right? But none of them could really work out at the end. But I still think they're true love. We once loved each other very, very truly. So I think, I used to think I was unlucky. But now I think I'm lucky. I mean, at least it's better than someone who has never encountered real, true, strong love in his life. Yeah. Well, but love hurts. True love hurts more.
Okay.
Thank you. But we still have got 2 books to,
Yep.
to send. So